Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Atlanta. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And right now for the Hawks, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Parker, and it's Young in at the point guard.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Puts it up, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. You know, when it comes to collective mindset of a team, Smitty, what's the difference about the second half of the season compared to the first half of the season?
You know, I think that first half of the season, you're filling out everything. You're filling out teams. You're filling out yourself. You definitely want to get out to a good start. But in that second half, you start standing watching. You're starting to look at the teams that's trying to catch you and the teams you need to catch. It becomes a more sense of urgency.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Porzingis can't hit. For Atlanta, they come in off a loss to Miami. Poked away, stolen by Brunson. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Young passes to Collins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. From the baseline, hits the front of the rim and out. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh my. I mean, that nearly brought the backboard down with that slam.
Well, don't you think, Ray, that's always a possibility when he's the one to finish?
No doubt.
Fellas, that was ruthless. He threw it down with some authority.
Here's Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Porzingis. Young with the steal. Passes to Parker. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. For the Hawks, Lenz checked in for Parker. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Trae Young. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. For the Hawks, Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Livingston in for Hunter. And Dallas with a change here too. Finney Smith's checked in. Pass to Reddish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. So it's the Hawks now. It's a 5-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, they came in with a purpose, gave everything they had. It just wasn't quite enough.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Rubio dishes to Len. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Livingston finds Parsons. That one goes. Count it.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
Here's Porzingis. Parsons with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
They now take the lead.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. No good off the back of the rim.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Livingston, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Here's Finney-Smith, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw from Lee is good. And both free throws good for Lee. 8 seconds left in the first. Here's Rubio. Hits the target from 18 feet. Rubio's got his second basket.
Even though Rubio's worked on the three ball, this is probably his more natural range.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Atlanta up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Curry is out there with Wright. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Kleba in at the power forward. Grab up top, guarded by Wright. Grab, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Parsons looking it over, and Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Len. Parker comes in for Chandler Parsons. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
Wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get a comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The Hawks trail by 5. Grab with the ball. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Powell. Collins grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Young with no one around. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Ryan Brokaw. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Young. Tries from 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Livingston. Porzingis with the block. And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Pass to Hunter. Now Parker. Lots of room. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Parker with the steal. .121 left to play here in the half. Barea pulls it in.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's foul number 2 for him. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Alex Len's checked in for John Collins. Parsons comes in for Jabari Parker. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kevin Huerter. The Mavericks also with a sub. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Marjanovic.
Parsons can be very tricky when he goes at a defender, knows how to draw fouls.
Chandler Parsons. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Parsons.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. The putback, and Doncic is right there. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
To the left side wing. Len kicks to Reddish. Shoots over Doncic. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Dallas. Porzingis with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And Lee with the stuff.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Fires from the wing. Here's Len. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Hawks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Rubio right side, and he banks in the layup. Rubio's got his third bucket of the night.
You see the defender right there playing physical, trying to impose his will, but Rubio's tough.
And so it's Dallas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Some great work from him in the... And that should do it. With the second half about to begin,
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Collins in at the 5 spot. Atlanta with the ball. Trailing by 13. Now, here is Young. Brunson covering. Kicks it out to Collins. Pocket 2. And the dunk by Parker.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Here's Doncic. The second chance effort. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 8.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Herter. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. Mavericks leading by 11.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And that one's good. Parker.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Crabs checked in for the Hawks.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
And Young kicks to Crab. Passes it to Collins. Young with the ball. From downtown. And Wright pulls it down.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Mavericks leading by 15. Here's Curry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dale Curry, for sure.
No, wait. Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up and coming, LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade's, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them winning championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
And the Hawks making a change here. Parsons is checked in. Pass to Reddish. From about 16, good as the jump shot falls. Reddish has got his second basket of the game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Young passes to Len. Rubio against Curry. Curry with the steal. And yes, it's good. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Young from outside. Offensive rebound. Parsons can't get it to fall.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Lee comes in for Wright, and Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. It's Powell on the wing. Shoots over Len, and he overshot that one, missing. The Hawks trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Rubio dishes to Len, and the dunk by Len.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Barea against Rubio. A nice shot by Barea. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Rubio against Barea. Rubio looking around. There's the dish to Parsons. The pass to Rubio. Good on the shot. Rubio's got 8 points.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
And so it's Dallas, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 17-point game on the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Porzingis. J.J. Barea is out there with Lee. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. 6 to shoot. Shot from the top of the key. Here's Hunter. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Rubio, the pass to Len. Pass to Livingston. Barea against Rubio. Passes it to Reddish. Shoots over Doncic. Len dishes to Hunter. It's deflected.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Pass to Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
They're making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
He feeds it to Parker. Second chance shot, and the layup good by Collins. Collins has got his first bucket of the night.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The Hawks trail by 19. Rubio outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Hunter, no one around him, trains the three-pointer. Hunter's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. The pass to Brunson. Now Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. And Hunter over to help. Now, here's Doncic, guarded close, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Mavericks now. Porzingis kicks to Brunson. Back to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Outside Collins. Pass to Parker. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Rubio outside. Shot clock at 6. Hunter, the pass to Rubio. The shot. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. Dallas calls timeout. They're up by 16. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Mavericks leading by 18. And Doncic, here we go.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Herter, guarded by Hardaway. Nobody near Parker, and it's off from three-point range.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
But you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jabari Parker.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Then for the Mavericks, Lee's checked in for Luka Doncic. Wright comes in for Hardaway, and Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
But Q, Atlanta again missing. Pulls up on the wing, missed. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, bring it.